Soon as the sun wakes, I'll find another day. It's too late. Another day. It's too late.
Love Me Right Now. That's what I'm talking about. Good morning, LaLa and Happy. We're back with Pilot Jones. He's an actor, artist, dropping it hot today, right?
Thank you so much for having me.
It just dropped out today, right?
Today,
Into the
out of
ears.
this, I pulled a Beyonce.
Yeah. Yes.
Just dropped it out of nowhere.
Congrats. How's it feel?
It feels amazing. Actually, this is that's a song that my first single in a while. My first single was with Trina. It was called Work It, but this is like kind of like my new evolution. So I see it, it's actually coming out through my music. So I'm really excited about it.
So why
excited.
now? Why today?
Well, I've been looking at the show, with you guys, and the whole thing is about relationships and love. And I feel like right now I'm at a place in my life where I love myself so much more than I used to. I moved to LA about 9 years ago from Louisiana to pursue my dream in entertainment and music and stuff. So I didn't really know who I was back then. And so, when you don't know who you are, you kind of go through different lessons, I'll just say. But now I'm in a place right now where I really love myself so much. And I think that is the greatest love of all, is to love yourself first.
I think LA is a very unique place and it allows us to do that. I felt the same way. It wasn't until I moved to LA that I really discovered myself and learned to love myself. What is it, in your opinion, about LA or La La Land that gave you that opportunity?
Oh, that's such a great question. When I moved here 9 years ago, I was so naive. I literally moved straight from Louisiana to here. And I think my journey has been about becoming me and getting back to me, the root of who I am. And LA is a place where if you don't know who you are, it will force you to be somebody to find out. And my grandmother and my mom always used to tell me, stand for something or fall for anything. And when I moved here, I didn't stand for anything. And so in that process of me being here over the last 9 years, I've really had to, my lessons really made me focus on what I wanted, what I didn't want, what I was going to stand for, and what I wouldn't stand for.
So how would you describe yourself and what would you say you stand for now?
Right now, I stand for authenticity. And I describe myself as someone who is on a journey to discover himself. And I think that all of us are in our own unique little ways. All of us have our own past that we're following and our lessons that we're learning. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we're all here to get back to who we are, which is love.
Right. So the song
Yes.
"Love Me Now," and I think that it's an interesting, thing to say. "Love me now." Is that like I want to play somebody, or is that like I want to be so present and not get attached to where it's going, because that usually messes it up? Like, what does the song mean to you?
Well, I wrote the song. I've had very interesting relationships or lessons I choose to describe them as. But "Love Me Right Now," the lyrics go, if you don't love me right now, you'll never get the chance to again. And so for me, it means, hey, I'm taking a stand for me. And whoever can't get on that train, the train's gonna leave you. So this is your one last chance to make a statement in my life or in anything. I think that we all have to take a stand to set boundaries for what we want and what we don't want. So for me, the song is about, it's an anthem, I think, for everybody. Love me right now, accept me for who I am right now, or you'll never get the chance again, because that old me is gone. So I think we're all, again, going to that path of becoming who we really are. And that's my goal, is to push people to be who they really are.
Oh, I love that. There was a quote I read somewhere that said, essentially, you can't step in the same river twice. One, because the river's never the same, and two, because you're never the same.
Yeah.
Right?
That is a good one.
Yeah. I love that. So who do you feel and what do you feel like you're becoming more of, if anything?
That is a great question. Who do I feel like? I think that I'm becoming, and Dr. Erin and I talk all the time. I think that I'm becoming more of a person that is vocal and about who they are. And standing firm in that. I grew up I was always like the black sheep in my family, where I'm from, in Louisiana. I didn't like sports. I was a black boy in the South that didn't play sports, that liked to art and to sing and to dance and stuff. So I think I've always been different, and that difference made me really insecure, if I could be completely honest and vulnerable. But as I've grown, I've learned that, hey, we're all different. Everybody has something unique that we all bring to the table. And my difference is just as good as anyone else's difference. It's just different.
Yes.
And that's okay to be different. So that's who I think I'm becoming.
Oh,
So
love
true.
it. Love your heart.
I
Thank
love
you.
the idea of Love Me Now in that I think there's a difference between wanting people to change so that they love you more versus saying, this is who I am, take it or leave it, because this is what I got to put boundaries on what works for me or doesn't work for me. And there's a big, huge difference between wanting someone to come into your universe versus like, here's my universe that either works for you or it doesn't work for you. And it's okay either way. I don't have to make anyone wrong.
Oh, most definitely. That is, you literally summed the song up just right there, like better than me. Because yeah, like I think like before I was such like a people pleaser, I used to go into other people's worlds and try to fit into other people's worlds when like now my whole perspective has changed. It's like, hey, this is who I am, take it or leave it.
You might lose some people because of that.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That's the
Exactly.
great thing because they weren't supposed to be there anyway. And that's sometimes it's so simple, but I think that it could be a little challenging and complicated because sometimes as humans we're so used to being in our pain because it's comfortable.
Yes.
It's what we know. You know what I'm saying? So
I love the drama.
I know. I'm me too.
I used to.
Now I just watch reality shows to get that.
Better to get a virtual.
Exactly, because I can't do it anymore. But it's about taking a stand and this is who I am, take it or leave it. And I think once you get to that place, everything else comes.
Hell yes.
Oh, I love
Hallelujah.
that.
Hallelujah.
Congratulations.
Thank
I
you
love
so
you right
much.
now.
Thank you.
Tell everyone where they can download it, listen to it, and follow your journey.
Okay, you can download the song on everywhere that music is sold. Check out my website, www.whoispilotjones.com, and also follow me on Instagram at whoispilotjones.
Yes.
Thank you.
Stay
Appreciate
tuned
it so
for
much.
more.
Thank
Good
you.
morning, LaLa. Love you so much. That's great.
That was great.
Thank you.
Yeah, really great. That was great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I mean, I love the music. I love your heart.